Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, it's Blank. It's How To Tuesday. So, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and tonight is our practice session. We're going to how to dandelions. I'm going to show you guys all the little things I know on how to paint lovely dandelions. I think they're pretty. I don't know. I don't know why they're, somebody said they're a weed eons ago, and now they're a weed, but I love their yellow color. We got to give props to you-know-who. He's stretching it out. Stretching it out, buddy. Getting ready. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We're doing good things. All right, let me show you my handy-dandy table. Okay, so what do we got going on here? We have our water, Java, of course, and I'm probably going to be just using these brushes. I might grab something extra since it is practice if you guys want to see something, but I got Big Boy. He's a 1-inch flat. I've got a tiny. I've got Mini Me, which is a small shader. He's going to be very, very, very important tonight, okay? And then we have a medium fluffy in the house. He's just a beat up fluffy brush. Okay, of course, we got our nifties, the palette, same colors every single video. Yellow, white, red, blue, and black. Look what my black did. It just went all over the place. What are you going to do, right? So, say hello, hello, hello if you're painting with me tonight. Let me know if anyone's practicing with me tonight. Sharon's in the house. Hello, 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 Sharon. How you doing, sweetheart? We got Cynthia here. That's right. Diane's hanging out with us. What's up, lovey-dovey? How you guys all doing tonight? Let's see, who else popped on? Lisa V in the house. Oh, yeah, and on time. What? Oh, goodness gracious. So, hello, Gloria's here. Howdy, Gloria. Hello, 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 Gloria. And Lori's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Lori. Hello, 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 sweetheart. So, yeah, say hello. Carrie's hanging out with us. Carrie, I think this is your first time. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If it's your first time hanging out with us, let me know so we can give you a warm welcome, okay? Marsha's hanging out with us. Hello, 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 Marsha. She's back. Oh, yeah, back for the attack. I'm gonna put you guys in your handy dandy holder. I did change one thing up tonight. I'm not working on a 16 by 20. It's practice session. I'm allowed to change what we do. I don't know if you guys saw the post. I was in Michael's the other day, and I need canvases like I need a you-know-what. And Lori, everybody give a warm welcome to Lori and Corinne. First timers. What? Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations family welcome to Lori and Corinne. Yes. So I'm working on a 14 by 14. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you guys want to practice on, that's what you're going to practice on. I just went a little bit smaller. I'm thinking, so I did this is obviously the painting that's coming up that we're preparing for. And this wood background, I did a how-to paint wood a couple of weeks ago. So, you tell me, do you want me to throw that on here real quick, or do you want me to just do a simple background and we'll get started with the flowers? You let me know. It doesn't matter to me. I can throw one on there real fast. I can throw the wood background. Hi, artists. Hi, Gloria. Hello, 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 guys. So, you tell me. Yes, Lisa, you want me to do the wood again real fast? I can. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to get... Thank you so much for the stars, artist. Yes, guys, the stars is... do the wood, Marcia? All right. So the stars is enabled for support. Thank you. Just to give you an FYI, they're a penny each. And thank you, artist. And also, I have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever. This is always, always, always free to watch. Support is appreciated. So, art supplies aren't free. And, so it goes. So, just a little heads up with that. Also, we're on the boss. Okay, so, oh goodness gracious, help us. Those of you, Tina B is here, there she is. My videos are always kid friendly. So, you guys can watch your comments, but I gotta watch this thing. So, that's where we're at with that. I try really hard to keep the filter. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys, just with your comments, be a little conscientious of that. All right, guys. So, all right, you guys want me to do the wood. All right, so let me throw the wood on here real quick. I'm going to do it real fast, because I already taught this. There's a how-to video on this. My replays are always available on my page and also on my YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's the deal. And, I had somebody to landscape over here before, and he said he was coming back. Let's just say a prayer he doesn't come back during this video, because then we're gonna, all we're gonna hear is butters. So, hopefully he just comes tomorrow. Please. Lori, same colors, every single party. We got black, blue, red, white, and yellow. Okay, so same thing every single video. Hello, Cindy. How you doing, sweetheart? So I am just grabbing Big Boy, and I'm going to make a brown. All right, so we're going to make a mess. Hello, Craig. Welcome back, sweetheart. How you doing, love? Okay, so we're going to make a mess, right? Because we got to make brown. So I'm grabbing yellow, and I'm grabbing red, and I'm going to mix that together. And then I'm going to grab white, because we're going to make a big old mess. And I'm going to throw some white in there, and that'll give you like a peach. And you could either throw black or blue in, small amount, just tiny bit, a little bit at a time, okay? Because if you do too much, you're going to go right into grays. And this will give you a brown, okay? And if you want it to be a little bit darker, you just add a little more. All right, no worries. That's how easily that's done. If it's looking too purple, add more yellow. If it's looking too green, add more red, and you'd be good to go. Hello, Kim. How you doing, sweetheart? Is this your first time with us, Kim? How you doing, baby? All right, so I'm going to take this brown, and I'm just going to cover my canvas with it. Okay, so like I said, I changed it up. I'm working on a 14 by 14. I had this feeling that you guys were going to want me to do the wood background. I just had a little bit of a feeling about that. And we'd be here till, next week if I needed to fill a whole canvas. Plus, I just wanted to change it up a bit for myself. Ever since I started doing these videos, I've been working on 16 by 20s, and which is good. It's like the perfect size to learn on. It's not too big. It's not too small. I mean, the smaller you go, the harder it is, guys, just to give you a little heads up with that. So, everybody give Kim a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. What? And we've got, let's see, we've got Kim and Shelly. We need to give Shelly a warm Eve's Creations welcome. Hello, guys. Hi. So, everybody say hello. And, Lisa V, you like using different sizes? Yeah, it's fun to change it up. So, anywho, and since this is just a practice session, I figured why not. And remember how I always tell you, make sure you mix enough so you don't have to match it? Guess what? I didn't mix enough. Right? We already knew that, though. All right, white, yellow, red, a little bit of blue. Mix it up. Let's see what I get. All right, I got purple. That's what I got. All right, so all the yellow. I'm just going to make a big old mess. That's what we're going to have. We're just going to have a big old mess. That's what's going to happen here. All right, so I'm just mixing all that together. And then we're going to grab the white. I'm never going to get the same brown again. It's just not going to happen. So we're just going to make this mess right here. and we're going to roll with it. Yep, it's green. I need more red. So if you're mixing your stuff and it comes out green, like I said, if it's looking a little green, you just have to add more red to it. If it's looking a little purple, you have to add more blue to it. So that is how you do that. And since this is wood, it doesn't matter that my color changed up a little bit. It is all good. But my palette is a mess. See that? Look at that mess. We got messes going on. Yes. We love to make messes. Oh, yeah. All right. So, got the background on. And let's put our lines in. So, I'm going to, Big Boy's nice and flat. I'm not going to wash them off. I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of black. And we're going to swoop, right? Swoop. All the way across. Bam. Just like that. And start over from this side. Shoop. Put that in there, right? So there's our slat, and I'm just softening it out a little bit. And put another one in. Swoop. There's our slat there. Gonna soften it out a little bit. Okay. Like that. I'm gonna wipe off my brush because there's a whole bunch of goopy stuff going on my brush. So let's wipe that off. Grab a little more black. Put a little deeper line in. Shoop. And grab a little more black. Put a little deeper line in. Shoop. Right? And soften a little bit. There we go. And there we go. And I'm going to turn around and take this black and some of that brown. And I'm going to just sweep in very lightly. Now this up top is dry. So remember when I said we're doing that like dry run? And I'm just going to grab some more brown a little bit. Because this is a dandelion tutorial. I'm not teaching you guys how to paint wood. I already did it. I already taught you guys how to paint wood. I did. I already taught yous. I already showed yous. We already did this. We already did this project. So now I am just making different colors in here by just grabbing a little bit of black and my brown together, doing a little tap tap and putting it in here. You could always just put the black on first. Depends if your paint's still wet or not. This was dry, so I had to grab a little bit more brown. This is still wet down here, so I just have to grab the black and put that in. Okay, and then I'm going to turn around and grab some white, dirty white. Let's do some white areas. And over here. Alright, soften those out. I'm just doing little sweeps. I'm just sweeping. That's all I'm doing. And this is very, very dry up here, so I gotta press a little harder. Alright, there we go. Yes. Oh, thank you, Cynthia, so much for the stars. Hi, guys. I was kind of zoning out into the woods, so I didn't pay attention to what was going on. Thank you, guys. All right, and you want a knot, right? Of course you guys want a knot. You want a knot. I know how you guys roll. All right, we're going to do one. That's it. One knot. And then we're going to do dandelions. And I got to let this dry. Okay, so right here I'll put a knot, okay? I'm going to grab my black paint. And this is still kind of wet, so it's going to work perfect. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do a little swoop like that. Right? I'm using Mini Me, so I'm going to swoop that around like that. Put a little curled piece here. Soften it, soften it, soften it. There we go. And then I'm going to turn around and put another little piece in here. Let's do a little wiggle, zigzag zoom action. Put another little piece in there. Okay, and let's grab a little bit more color because that kind of blended out. We'll do that. And we're going to curve around this way. Ba, 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 da, ba. And we're going to put a little piece in there, just like that. I'm using Mini Me black paint. My paint is still wet, so This is softening out very easily, and then I just make sure that there's pieces of darker color somewhere in here, okay? And you guys can play with that all you like, so you get a knot. All right, there you are. Okay. Oh, who's sick? Who's sick? Wait. Who's not feeling well? Who do we got to give prayers to? Come on, who we got to give prayers to? Carolyn. Carolyn, oh no, sweetheart. I hope you feel better, hon. Healing wishes to Carolyn, everybody. Healing wishes to Carolyn. Yes. Okay, so that being said, I got to wait for this to dry a little bit, and then we could do our dandelions. Yes. Hey everybody, alright, so we got a pretty good roll call going on. I finished my coffee already doing that, so I'm going to get myself a drink, and we're going to send healing wishes to Carolyn, and we're going to turn around and let this dry a bit, and then I'm going to show you how to do dandelions. Alright? So, the secret is that you have to turn around and, you guys know what drink I'm grabbing next, right? You know what I'm going for next. Diet soda. Alright, so the trick is to the any flour, really, is you have to pay attention to, I got a mess here. How am I going to do the dandelions? Everything's brown. Everything's brown. How am I going to do? And I just dripped black paint. Look at that. The black paint just dripped right off the palette. How am I going to do dandelions with a dirty palette? You guys tell me that. All right? I'm going to grab, yeah, we're going to stay dirty. All right. So I got to grab clean yellow. And I got to grab clean white. Let's get this on here somehow. Alright, so we'll just make new piles. Okay, so I got clean yellow and clean white. Okay, new palette. Yeah, I don't want to go get a new palette. We're gonna roll dirty. Rolling dirty. We're rolling dirty. We're gonna roll dirty tonight. Thank you so much, Craig. So that's what we're doing. And I'm probably going to regret that decision, but that's okay. So, with any flour, you want to turn around and recognize the parts, okay? So, a lot of people will paint a flower, because that's the nicest thing to paint. And then they go to do the leaves, and they just slap on a leaf, okay? So, the trick is that pay attention to what the leaves look like on the flower that you're painting, because if you don't turn around and paint the leaf, the type of stem, the connecting parts, if you don't paint those as part of whatever flower you're painting, people are going to get confused on what kind of flower you painted. Okay, so I could easily paint this, and if I put on a different stem and different leaves, I can make this into a mum, right? I can make this into a mum. I can make this shape and this design into, oh, what's those little puffy ones that come? I can't think of what they're called. I can't think of what they're called. Marigold. Is it marigolds? Is it marigolds? The ones that are, like, puffy? Is that what they are? I don't know. I'm not a botanist. Anyway, so that's what you got to pay attention to. So, while this is still drying up, we can do our foliage. Because it doesn't matter if there's a little brown in the marigolds. Yes, score! I got it right. I got it right. Alright, so I gotta, more you swirl, the cleaner it gets. Hear me swirling in my cup? I gotta clean Big Boy off. I gotta clean him off. He's all full of brown paint here. Okay, so I am going to grab, white and yellow and blue, okay? And over here in this mess, yeah, there's brown over here, but that's okay. It don't matter. So I need more yellow because it's a little blue. Okay, so we're going to turn around, put that in, and a little more blue because it's kind of light. Da, 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 da. Just mixing colors. Okay, and that'll work for me. I got a green, and we're going to, you know, everything's done in layers. So your first layer doesn't have to be exactly the color that you want to make everything. In fact, your first layer, if you're not going to map in white first, you should have it lighter than what you want. Because this way, it's kind of like mapping and putting some color on at the same time. See how much white's in there? See how light green that is? So I'm not going to map these, but I have a lot of white in my first coat. Okay, so the dandelion leaf actually looks like little Christmas trees. So it's kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to do, swoop, just put a line in here. And then I'm going to do these little hook things like that. They kind of look like little Christmas trees. So it's kind of cool. They're leaves. So we're going to put in these little loops. Do, 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 do. And this is coat 1. So we're not stressing it. It could be a little messy. All right. And let's put one here. Swoop. Just like that. And you're just going to loop on both sides. See those? Can you see that? Or do I have to make it lighter? I think you guys can see that. Okay, and I'm not worrying about anything else. I am just getting the first layer on my canvas. All right, so let's do another leaf here, going this way, swoop, and gonna do the little hoopy hoops. Right, so they kind of look like little mini Christmas trees because they got like a piece coming out on both ends. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think dandelions are like cool, and especially like even more now after I looked up like all the little parts to a dandelion. Like seriously, they're like the coolest flower. Like they're just so like unique and weird. I don't know who turned around and said that it's a weed, but I think we should retract that statement. Besides, if we retract the fact that they're a weed, I have the best garden in town. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a kid, I love anybody that's a kid that's watching this. You guys are amazing because kids don't say, "Ooh, Ucky, that's a weed." Right? How many of you, like your grandchildren or your kids, I know my daughter did it, I know I did it. How many of you have, right? They come up to you holding a bouquet of flowers, and what is the bouquet made out of? Dandelions. So, you know, kids don't think they're weeds. They just think they're pretty yellow flowers. So why did we turn around and claim them to be weeds? So I'm just filling the bottom here with green. I'm just doing like little green smushes just to kind of fill in the bottom. Okay. And so we have layer 1 of the green. All right. We're putting big boy away. All right. So the stem of a dandelion is actually brown. So let's put some stems in. All right. So I'm going to turn around and grab Tiny. Tiny is a small round brush. Right? I never understood it either. And I'm going to grab my brown, but I'm going to grab some white with my brown so you guys can see what I'm doing. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's going to get lost. You guys aren't going to be able to see it if I do a color close. Right? True. They're God's gift to children because no one cares if they pick them. That's true, I guess, you know, because then if you tried to, you know, if we as adults tried to grow dandelions, we probably wouldn't be able to grow them. We'd probably mess it up somehow. And then you have the kids picking the dandelions so they don't pick your very expensive tulips, gladiols, and all those other spring flowers. So I have white and brown on my brush, and we're going to do a stem here. Right? Faster you go, cleaner it's going to be. And I'm just pulling. I'm pulling. That's what I'm doing. So I'm pulling, and the bristles are going nice and flat for me. Right? So there we go. There's one. And because I want to do a half flower, a full flower, and then the white puff. So I need 3 of them. We need 3 of them. Okay, so white with the brown. And let's put the puff like all the way up here. Oof. Right? Faster you pull, the cleaner the line's going to be. And then you could always go back in and fix it up later on. All right. So, God's gift to bees. My wood grain looks amazing. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate that. And, oh, wow. That's how big they got, Diane? They get as big as a dinner plate? That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I know, don't they put, like, isn't there a God's gift to bees? Good call, Cynthia. Good call with that. Isn't there, like, all right, where do I want my 3rd stem to be? We're going to put my 3rd stem. We're going to put my 3rd stem over here, all the way up here. So I'm going to put my pinky out, and I'm going to pull. And then I have to reload. Okay, and I'm going to pull again. Faster you go, the cleaner your line will be. Because we're putting in a big old stem. And put my pinky out, and notice I'm moving my hand and not the brush. Okay, so to there, and then I gotta go on the other side of the leaf to here. And we got ourselves a big old stem. It's huge. Hi. Oh, I'm like missing all you guys' comments. Hold on. So, and then I scroll and it goes into, I don't know where. Hi, Irene. How you doing, lovey? How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, you need prayers? All right, prayers and love to Irene. Prayers and love to Irene, guys. Okay. So now that I have my stems in, now we're going to map. All right, now we're going to map. And this is, so since you have 2 weeks to get yourself a square shader, and if you can't get yourself a square shader, then you got to order a brush set, because they're in my brush sets. See Mini-Me? Right? Now, he's important because if you look at these petals, they're all square shaped. See that? See how they're squares? Okay, so the brush is going to do the work for me. 6,000%. 6,000%. So what am I going to do? I'm going to grab white paint. I'm going to grab white paint, and we're going to do the flower head on the tall one. So I'm going to turn around, and I'm actually going to start forming this in the shape that it's going to be. Lots of times, sometimes we map, and we just kind of throw paint on there, and we don't worry about the texture or what's going on. But tonight, we're actually going to start forming the flower and get our hands into practice. Okay, so I am going to do flicks. I'm going to do flicks outwards, and then I'm going to pull in, and I'm going to give you guys a close-up to show you how Mini-Me is doing this, okay? Close-up. All right, so I'm going to try to hold, oops. I'm going to try to hold the camera here and show you guys at the same time. All right, so, all right. So here's Mini-Me. He's a square brush. And when I pull out, he does that. And then when you press and pull in, he makes that square edge. See that? So that is how all the petals on the dandelions for that painting is going to be. Okay? So I wanted to show you that close up. And now I'm just going to do it lickety-split like. Alright? So we're just going to pull in. Right? I'm pulling in so it creates that edge for me. You could also flick outwards. I mean, this is just mapping, so it's okay if you just flick outwards. But, and now I am just building upon this as I go around. Okay, so you can flick outwards for the mapping, it's fine, and you could pull in. And now I'm just going to do another layer around. Okay, doing another layer all the way around, and yeah, these are really cool. All right, so we're gonna do this going all the way around. Just grab, every time you see me leave the canvas, I am grabbing more paint. I'm grabbing more paint. Okay, so if you don't, if you don't have a small square shaped brush, if you don't have a Mini-Me, and insert commercial here, if you order one tonight, you'll have it by the time we do the painting. I'm so bad at promoting. Anyway, so, you can use a different brush. It's fine. I mean, if you just want a fluffy flower, you don't have to get all the little squares. I mean, it's your painting. It's just that's the way their petals are shaped. And it's a lot of petals. It's like, you know how like a daisy has petals, right? Well, all these little squares are the petals of a dandelion. Like, that's a lot of petals. A lot of petals. All right, so we're going to do a sideways one. Let's do the sideways one down here. All right, because he's still growing. So what I want to do is I want to take Mini-Me with my green paint. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put the start of the bottom piece. Okay, so all that is a horseshoe. Like that. And then you're just going to flick downwards. Okay, you're just going to flick downwards. So we start the bottom piece, and then you put like a little tray on top. See that? Right? And then that's curved. Okay, so these are the little scraggly grassy pieces, and then it has a little tray up top, close up, to be able to hold the flower. Okay? All right, now that I have that in there, I'm going to swirl tap dab the green out, and I'm going to grab my white paint, and I'm going to do my squares. So, I don't know how I got white paint right there. It was probably on my arm. So, there it is. It was on my finger. Okay, so these, I'm just going to do the squares out like this. And then just pull inwards. And every time I leave the canvas, I'm grabbing more paint. Hi, April. How you doing, sweetheart? So every time I leave the canvas, I'm grabbing more paint. So I'm going to show you, these flowers are actually like 3 different layers of really, like you're changing the color tone of the yellow. So I'm going to show you all that. So we're going to start off with the white, and then I'm going to show you how it's 3 different color tones. Okay, so if you guys notice, see, it's 3. This one, that color, and then this color. Okay, it's 3 different color tones in this bad boy. So I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so we're going to do all those layers. I'm going to show you the puff. You guys like the puff one, don't you? Half of you are probably here to learn how to do the puff. Everybody likes the puff. And I've seen 110,000 different paint parties that have you doing the puff. But they don't have it like a puff. They just have the lines coming out. So I'm going to show you how to do it so it actually looks like the circular puff. Yes, the wishes. The wishes part, right? That's all its seeds. That's all the dandelion seeds. That's what that is. All right, so I'm gonna take a breath is what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna do some roll call, and then I'm gonna show you how to start the puff, and then we're gonna jump. All right, so I'm gonna show you the starting of the puff. Then we're gonna do the layers of colors. Go back to the puff, layers of colors, back to the puff, and that's all right, April. And then we'll be all set with our dandelions. Also, I want to show you what's coming up. Oh, thirsty. Okay, so we have roll call. And if you're a creeper and you didn't say hi and you want to say hi, 6,000% say hi, guys. And those of you that are practicing along, get some ketchup mustard time. So we have Sharon, Cynthia, Diane, Lisa B, Gloria, Lori's first time here, Carrie, Marsha, Corinne's first time here, Artist, Tina B, Cindy, Craig came back, and Kim's first time here, Shelly's first time here, Irene's hanging out with us, and April in the house. Oh, yeah. Okay, so hello, Barbara. How are you doing, sweetheart? April, my brush sets are $25 plus shipping and handling. How you doing, Barbara? Hello. And Darcy. Darcy's listening, but you're actually working. I love it, Darcy. That's awesome. I love it. 6,000%. That's perfect. Yes. Perfect. And the shipping and handling isn't very much on them, actually. It's not that bad. It's not like they're $25 and then you're paying like $15 in shipping. It's not like that at all. It's not that bad. Faye is here. Hello, Faye. Welcome to the fam, hon. Welcome to the fam, everybody. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Faye and Barbara. I think you've been here before. No, Barbara? I'm not really sure. There's a couple Barbaras that pop in and out. Hello, Darcy. I love the fact that you're working and listening. That's, like, awesome. All right, let's do our puff. The puff's fun. Okay, so I'm going to take, Mini-Me again. And I grabbed a brand spanking new Mini-Me to do this tonight. So, nice, April. Yes. First time here for Kimberly. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Kimberly. Yes. Welcome to the fam, Kimberly. So we got Kim and Kimberly. First times here. Tina B's distracted. All right, April. Sounds good. Yeah, anybody interested in a set, don't post your address anywhere, okay? Message me on the top of my page. It says send message. Hit that button and we'll talk. First time here for Barbara. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Barbara. Welcome to the fam, everybody. All right, so I'm going to take Mini-Me and I'm going to grab white paint. And we're going to start our puff. Your guys are so welcome. And what I'm going to do, flicks. Okay, we're going to flicka. So we're going to start in the center. And we're just going to do flicks outwards. Like that. Okay, and it's alright if they're a little mushy right now. It's alright if they're a little mushy. Because we're going to come in here and get more and more detailed as we do this. Tina B's focusing now. All right, and we're going to, I'm just doing flicks around, and you don't want to press harder. See what happens when you press harder, how it gets a big smushy spot? So if that happens to you, just do flicks throughout it. So you have to keep reloading your brush. And I'm using the edge of this brush because it's nice and straight and flat. You can do this with a detail brush too, and I have to keep loading it up because paintbrushes aren't markers, guys. Oops, look at that. Oh, my puff just got that much bigger. The universe said, Eve, you're making a big puff. That's what's going to happen. So paintbrushes aren't markers, guys. If you press hard, more paint doesn't come out of them. You just get thicker lines. So you don't want to turn around and do that. I got it, April. I got it, love. It just popped in. Thank you, sweetheart. Working on that wood, and you really need to work on the doves and dress from last week. Yeah, those of you who just popped on, if you want a more detailed how-to on how to do this stuff, the wood, I did that, I don't know when I did that, a couple weeks ago? So we did a how-to wood. All of my Tuesdays, I try, unless there's really nothing to teach because I taught it already. All of my Tuesdays, I try to do a how-to for a painting that is coming up on Fridays. All right, now that I have like the biggest puff ever, I'm trying to get it to be more circular. It's looking a little flat. So if that's happening to you and you can't seem to get the shape right, and the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get, what you can do for yourself, which I'm going to do, is I'm going to turn around and draw a circle. I'm going to draw a circle in this mess. Okay? And then you turn around and work off of the circle. Because since we're just mapping, and we're going to build layers on this, you don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to flick through that circle and it's going to disappear. But now I have something to gauge off of to where I can get these flicks to go out a little more circular than being flat like it was. Alright, I'm going to have like the biggest puff ever. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. That's okay. Alright, and I'm just going to pull this all through. So get rid of all the globs. Just like that. We're going to pull through. Alright, see, and now it's a little more round. A George puff. I got a George puff. That's right. That is right. It's a George. About 2 weeks ago. Okay, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, guys, I did the wood. All right, so I'm going to swirl tap that my brush. And now I'm going to grab yellow and white. I'm going to grab yellow and white. And we're going to come up here and we're going to fill this in. Okay, so I'm grabbing yellow and white. And we're going to fill this in. And you could be, you don't have to be that careful. But you want to do it with the smaller brush so you get you don't get a solid. Go figure. Eve's not staying in her lines. Are we surprised at that? No, we're not. You want to get the color being all different, like some dark areas, some light areas. So you want to do this with the smaller brush. Again, I'm flicking outwards, I'm pulling in, all of that kind of stuff. But if you just, could I easily take Big Boy and just fill this in with yellow and white? Yes. Do I want to? No, because we want to have all the different, the lighter and the darker yellows, and because some of it's going to be lighter, some of it's going to be darker. We want all of that to happen. And as soon as I'm done with this, Power Puffs, I love the Power Puffs. My daughter had Powder Puff sheets, comforters, curtains. She had Powder Puff everything when she was growing up. So I'm going to show you a close-up of what I mean. Thank you so much, Barbara, for the stars. You're amazing. See? Some of it's lighter than the other. Some of it has darker pieces coming through. You want that, because a flower isn't one solid color. It's the color of its petals, and dandelion has like 6,000 petals. So you want those separations of color in there. You want those little nuances. Ooh, nuances. SAT word. You want all that stuff happening. Okay? Yellow and white. We're going to do our half flower here. Okay? So, and of course, I'm not staying in my lines, but that's okay. I could always go back, since I have a ton of the wood color now. Now that I have a ton of brown on my palette, I can always go back in, and since it's wood, I really don't have to worry about coloring matching too much, and I could always go in and clean some of this up. Okay, so that is fine. And so now we're going to go back to our puff, and I'm going to grab Tiny. So I'm going to grab Tiny, and you want to make sure your paint is moving around. Now my black has been moving around my palette the whole time, and I'm going to grab white, and I'm going to grab the black, which is very liquidy, so it should make my white liquidy. And I'm going to do a dark gray on here, and you want it very smooth paint. If it's not smooth, add a touch of water to it. Add a touch of water to it to smooth it out, okay, guys? But you want it very smooth so it flows, so it flicks nice. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to flick outward. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to do a flick. See that? Just like that. And you pretty much have to reload your brush every time. And that's a little dark, so I'm going to grab some more white. And if you can't get the flick with your finger, if your puff is a George puff, those of you new to the fam, if we ever paint something and it just comes out too big, we call that a George. If you can't get the flick with moving your hand, you can very easily just, without doing the fingers like this, or say you have a George puff like I do going on, you can turn around and move your hand to do it too, right? You just pull out quickly with it, okay? So we're going to put this on here, and we're going to get the gray going throughout it. Da, 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 da. We're going to get the gray. Put the gray in. Do, do, do. Pulling it outwards and getting all those nice little separations of things going on. Okay, now I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush, and I'm going to go right back into the white again. I'm going to go right back into the white. So I'm swirl, tap, and dabbing Tiny, and I'm going to loosen up this white. Now, of course, I compromised my whole pile of white with this gray over here. So I'm going to like just kind of smush that in. It'll be a little off-white, but that's fine. It's a puff. All right? And now you're going to do the same thing. You just want to be a little more concise now. You just want to be a little more concise. Okay? So, as you're adding the layers to the puff, you want to get more and more clean. You want to get more and more clean on these flick outs. Okay? So the first layer, the second layer of gray, you know, you're not really stressing it. But then when you get to this third layer, which is the white, and yes, is it going to mix with the wet gray? Absolutely, 6,000%. Do we want that to happen? Absolutely, 6,000%. Okay? So, this should not, you don't have to worry about getting this super white. We want it to mix with the gray because, again, we're getting those light and dark tones in there. See that? And that's what we want, because that's going to add definition, it's going to add depth, and it's going to make it look more and more 3D, having those different tones defined in your in your puff. Okay? Just like there's 3 different colors in our dandelion. Okay, so I'm going to finish putting these on, and then we're going to go with the second layer of our dandelion. Okay, there we go, nice and clean. We gotta let that dry. All right, so the dandelion color, the next color is, it's actually yellow and red mixed together. But it is a microscopic amount of red. How much red? A little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Okay? Make sure it's a little bit. Can I say it again? Yes, a little bit. A little bit of red. Hi, fam. How y'all doing out there? Y'all with me still? Y'all live? Y'all zoning out, hanging out with me? All right, so I'm going to grab Mini-Me, and I am going to turn around and swirl, tap, dab him, because he is a mess, right? So, you know, and if you ever, you know, if you need to, like, pull, you can pull. You just make sure when you pull, you're pulling the bristles through like that. Don't go the opposite way, because you're going to mess your brushes up, okay? So when you pull, you want to make sure you're pulling it so you're in the direction of your bristles, all right? All right, so here's my yellow. You don't want any white in it, because then you're going to get peach. And I'm grabbing a small amount of red, and I'm going to come in here to my yellow. And this is going to make like a golden yellow color. Okay, so I'm going to grab a lot of red so we can make a whole patch of that golden yellow color. Okay, so I'm going to make mine a little darker just so you can see what I'm doing, but you can make it even lighter than that, all right? So so mine kind of looks like orange, but if you keep adding yellow, you'll get a really pretty golden yellow color. See that color? See how pretty that is? But I'm going to do mine a little darker just so you can see it. Alright? And you're going to do the same process as before. You're just not going to go all the way to the edge. Oop, I just put my hand in that. Don't do that. Alright, so you're going to do the same process as before. Pulling in, flicking out. You're just not going to go all the way to the edge. Okay? Thank you, Craig. And you're just going to, same thing though. I'm going around in a circle and I'm pulling in towards the center because the flat of that brush is going to get me the look of the petal. I'm doing mine darker so you can see what I'm doing. If you're doing this, you want to do it a little bit lighter than this, because this is this is like orange tones, and you want it more of like a golden yellow tone. Okay? And since we have a lot of new people here, so every single video I have ever done, all the replays are always available ever since the beginning. I have used, so if you ever have a supplies question, I have used these same brushes for every single video. So if you can't find a supply list and you're going to come back for more torture, I hope so, It is the same brushes. Hi, Tom. It is the same brushes for every single video, and it is the same paint for every single video. Okay, and I want to let you know that, and I'm going to show you what paint I use. I'm going to show you what paint I use. So this is the paint I use. It's going to be backwards, but it's called Blick Acrylic. It's student grade, and that's the paint I use. So every single video I've ever done is the same paint and the same brushes, okay? So there's a lot of new fan members tonight here, so I wanted to give you all a heads up. Hello, 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 Tom. Hi, Donna. Okay, so now we got to do the golden yellow on the half guy. Right, so we're going to do the golden yellow on the little guy. That's a half. Okay, so, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge with this. I really just want to put this in the middle here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Betty. Thank you for the stars, sweetheart. That's very kind of you. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. So, fill that in. Do I? Betty, I don't have you on roll call. Hello, Betty. Hello, 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 sweetheart. Betty's in the house. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, that being said, you guys know this trick already. We're doing it. Now, once this is dry, let's roll tap dab my brush. Once this is dry, you're going to go in with just yellow. You're going to go in with just yellow and pull from the center all the way out to the edge again. And I'll give you a close-up of this. Let me do some of it so you can see the difference. Okay? This softens it all out and makes a very pretty glow on the yellow. See? So you can see the piece I did, and then you can see the whole section I didn't do yet. See how it's softer? And it's making the glow on the yellow that was the white and yellow. Okay? Because since the yellow is see-through, by that I mean it always needs its friend white to show up. You can, some people call this, I don't know, I think they call it glazing. I'm not really sure. But, when you do this, you're still going to see all that light and that dark. You're still going to see your golden yellow. It's just going to step it up a notch. That's what it's going to do. And it's so super pretty. Everything with acrylic paint is lots and lots and lots of layers. Okay, so what I wind up showing you guys, not only do I wind up showing you how to make the shape, but I also wind up showing you all the different layers. So sometimes it can get a little bit repetitive, but I want to show you the magic that can happen doing these little tricks that I've picked up. Okay, so got all the gold on there, and now I'm going to do it on my half guy. And it's just going to make it really, really, really pretty. Really pretty, okay? And it's going to fill in any white that you might have missed, which is going to still be brighter. All right, so you want to do that. Okay, so let's step away from these flowers a little bit, because I remember how I said this part is just as important. So for this right here, all right, what you're going to do is I'm going to grab Tiny. I'm going to grab Tiny, and I want to do my detailed layers on that part. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have, now you can make a darker green. So I'm going to grab blue. Since I already have a base on there, I'm going to grab blue, and I'm going to grab, I'm going to try to find some clean yellow here. Yellow, okay, and come over here. I'm going to make a darker green. And what was the last layer? It was just yellow. Just yellow. That was it. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put in, now here, there, not everywhere. I didn't make it one solid thing. Okay, I'm dabbing in the dark green. And then I want to do the flicks outwards for the little hanging, you're welcome, sweetie, the little hanging parts. Whatever these little danglers are here. Okay, so, now, if you do not overmix your color, see how I got these flicks of yellow in there? I didn't do that on purpose. That's just what the brush picked up off of the palette because I didn't overmix that green. But I am going to grab yellow and right on top of this, now you hit it and move, okay? Stick and move. Because if you go over this again, it's totally going to disappear. It's going to disappear on you. It's going to blend right out. So you just want to do a little flick and keep it moving. Alright? You want to do a little flick and keep it moving. Okay? Just like that. And then you want to do a couple in here. You can do a little bit in there if you want to. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. And now I'm going to grab just blue. Tiny, small amount, microscopic amount of blue. And I'm going to put some darker pieces in here. And this, you can press in. You want it, you don't want it to stay blue, so you can press it into the green a little bit. But this is just going to add more depth. Just like that. Okay? So that is how you do the little house. The little house for the flower. Okay. So, next thing we're going to do is let's get back to our puff. Moving right along. We are moving right along. Yes, we are. So, and also you want to take, you can take Big Boy and you can make your darker green now. I'm not going to color them all in. Obviously, we're just coloring at this point. So you can turn around and take Big Boy with some yellow and some blue. I'm not over mixing, so it does fancy stuff for me. And you're going to come back in and you're going to do your layer on your leaves. Okay, and you can make them nice and dark now. And fill that all in. And when you don't over mix your colors, it does all sorts of fancy stuff for you. Okay, so you can turn around and do your second coat on your leaves. And obviously, if one is in front of another, the one in the back is darker. And you make the one in the front lighter. Okay. So you just want to make sure that the one is lighter than the other if it's in the front. Just like that. Fill in some green over here. I lost my little loopy loops on this one. There we go. There they are. Found them. We found them. We found the loopy loops. Okay. So you just want to fill this in now. I don't know what most of those words mean, Craig, but thank you. I have to put my intelligence hat on for that one. Hold on. Logistic, therapeutic, helping so many people. Okay, and being real grounded. I know what being grounded means. Logistic. I'm not really sure what logistic, yeah, logistic, I'm not really sure of the meaning. Therapeutic, I know that's like something that helps you, like therapy. So, yeah, I just didn't understand the logistic part. But isn't logistics something to do, like, where you're at? I know, I went right to math with logistics. I went right into, like the outside factors, like demographics almost. Okay, so I'm just putting these in. We're just filling this up with green. And here we go. I'm going to put a point here and a point there. Fill that in. And then do the other part. Well, so I'm coloring these anyway. I said I wasn't going to do them all, but I'm kind of in the zone. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fill them in. So it's all pretty. Make it pretty. Pretty, pretty. There we go. Alright. So, that being said, we're going to the puff. We're the puffy wish guy. Alright, so you want to grab tiny or even nifty. We can do a nifty. Those of you who don't know, whoever sends me support and it is $3 or more, I will send you 2 nifties for free. These are these little tiny detail brushes and they're very nifty. And I send them out every single time you send support. So if you're hitting stars on here, make sure I get your address. Just message me. April just did it, so you can ask her how to do it. And you could turn around and get nifties for free. So I am grabbing water. I'm grabbing water on my brush. I just dipped it in the water and I'm putting it in my white paint. I'm putting it in my white paint and I'm getting it nice and loose and smooth. Okay? So we want it nice and loose and smooth. We don't want any globby paint, because globby paint, you're not going to get any wisps. There's that word for you. I can't say wisps. I always, there's too many SPS's parts in there. Okay. So, and I'm going to start up, I'm going to try to do this kind of smart like. It's a little wet still. But I'm going to try to go up this way first and then come down. So now I pretty much have to reload my brush on every single one. Pretty much. Pretty much have to reload the brush. And you want these here, there, not everywhere. You don't want to cover up all that work that you did. Adding the gray and adding the different tones to it. So you just kind of putting some, still coming out from the center. And like I said, here, there, not everywhere. Nice and thin. Nice and thin, smooth paint. Okay. Put these in. Just like that. Alright, so I have 2 steps to show you on the dandelions, the flower, and then I have one more step. This is what spits for if you go over your line. That's how you deal with that. And one more step on our wish one. And we're going to be all set. So if you guys have any questions for me, and it doesn't have to really be related to what we're doing, you know, because if we get distracted at this point, that's fine. If you have any questions for me, 6,000% ask them, because we have 2 steps left. And then I'm going to see you guys on Friday. So I'm going to swirl, tap, dab, nifty. He doesn't like to sit in the water. Plus I lose him in the cup all the time. And we're going to put him to the side. So let me move you guys out. Those of you that are practicing along can get the whole picture of what's going on here. Okay. And I want to show you guys what's coming up. I'm going to show you guys. Thank you for the coffee, sweetie, and the stars. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Hi, Bonnie. How you doing, sweetie? Bonnie's in the house. Oh, yeah. Hello, 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 sweetheart. Okay, so what's coming up? So this Friday, you guys wanted it. You said yes. You're getting it. This Friday is going to be our mountains and oceans. All right? And those of you that don't know, need help with clouds, mountains, oceans, I have a ton of how-tos on them. Check it out on the YouTube channel. In fact, I think I learned how to comment, so I will comment the link to my YouTube channel. Say a prayer. I have it right here to be able to do so. If you guys are looking for my replays, this is the channel. Okay? All right. Mountains, clouds, oceans, everything is all on my YouTube channel as replays. So that's this Friday. Yay! What? Oh, yeah. Doing some landscaping. Okay. So the following Friday is what we're preparing for. Our dandelions and butterflies. So this Friday's mountains, next Tuesday's going to be butterflies, and then that Friday, you're welcome, Kim, and that Friday is going to be this whole entire painting. All right, so that's what we're going to do the following Friday after mountains and oceans. All right, you guys saw me post this, so the Friday after that, you guys haven't seen this in person yet, well, in video yet, in live yet, you've just seen the picture of it. This is going to be following for the Friday after the butterflies and dandelions. And you guys can put anything on your swing you want. You don't have to have a little girl, a little boy. You can have a kitty, you can have a puppy. And you can have whatever you guys want to have on that. I taught this on TikTok, and now I'm going to teach you guys on a live. And it's really pretty. Do our blending. We're going to practice all that. And so that is the following Friday. Now, what I want you guys to get ready for, it's not finished yet. Coming up after all that, after those 3 weeks, I'm going to be working on a 10 by 20 canvas. So it's long. See? It's short and long. See that? So it's 10 inches across and 20 straight up and down. All right. So I'm actually going to change my canvas. What? I love that. Thank you, Craig. I'm actually going to be changing the canvas. So this is going to be like 3-4 weeks away. So you have an opportunity to get yourself a canvas like this if you want to do exact. And it's not done yet, but we're going to be doing, what are these flowers called? Begonias? Anyway, begonias and the hummingbird. And this side is going to be where you guys can put a saying. Alright, so then you can fill this up with some writing or a saying or whatever you want to do. I did a how-to on lettering. So you guys will have this whole side to be able to write what you'd like or just leave it be. And we're going to fill the other side with begonias and a hummingbird. All right, so that is in like 3 weeks. Like I said, this isn't done yet. So you have plenty of time to get yourself a canvas that is that shape. All right, so I'll give you guys a chance to catch up mustard. And I got to get myself another drink. You were late, so you'll definitely watch the replay. Okay, Bonnie. And you guys can't wait. Debbie, yes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry. I drank so much I had to go use the little girls' room. I just couldn't. So I'm back now though. It happens. I get very thirsty because I'm talking through this whole thing, and then that leads to me having to go use the potty. So anyway, I'm back now, and I want to do some roll call, and then we're gonna do the last 2 steps. Okay, so we got Sharon, Cynthia, Diane, Lisa B, Gloria, Lori, first time here, Carrie, Marsha, Corinne, first time here, Artist, Tina B, Cindy, Craig, Kim, first time here, Shelly, first time here, Irene, prayers out to you, love, April and Darcy and Barbara and Faye and Kimberly, their first times here, Tom's hanging out with us, Donna, Betty, whew, and Bonnie. Bonnie's hanging out with us. Alright, so what you want to do now is you're going to take yellow and white. We're going to do yellow and white. A whole lot more white though, okay? So you want to do yellow and white, and we're going to do the center of our dandelion. Alright, but we want this to be a really pale yellow. And then if you want to do that trick, Diane, right? I didn't make it this time, sweetheart. It didn't happen this time. I tried. I couldn't do it. I'm gonna be dependable soon. That's what I'm gonna be. Alright, white and yellow, and you're going to do the last little layer in here, okay, with the white and yellow on your brush, and you're going to put the center of your dandelion in. So you don't want to cover all that golden color that you do, and it's a little more white in here than the yellow, and you can, and we're going to put that in. Aw, thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie wrote, welcome all the first timers, absolutely 6,000%, Bonnie. And thank you for the compliments. Aw, thank you, Debbie. And so we're doing the white and the yellow in the center now. Okay, going towards the center. And then you could put in very defined pieces here. So you don't want to fill the whole thing up. On the one that's on the edge, you're just going to put a piece and then make a little space, put another piece, and then make another space and put another piece. And then once this dries, since we're using more white than yellow, we could turn around and do that the yellow trick over it, and it's going to bring this all in and make it very pretty and very glowy, and you're going to be able to see all the separation of the flowers in here, all the separation of the flowers, the separation of the petals, because you're doing that white. Alright, so see, not everywhere, that's it, just some pieces, and then that is the center, see? Okay, now the fluff. You guys ready for the floofs? We're ready for the floofs, right? You guys want to see the trick for the floofs. Okay, so to get this to look, right, most paint parties, they stop there. And that's what you have, and then they do the couple of this is still wet. They do a couple of the flyaways, and then that is your thing. But I am going to show you how to make it fluffy, like that. All right? So, what you want to do is, you're going to turn around, and we're going to use Mini-Me. Shocker, we're going to use Mini-Me. And what you're going to do, I got to clean out the yellow, is we're going to take our white. We need Fluffy, too. Alright, so I'm grabbing Fluffy. Fluffy is just a bristles brush, and when I fluff them, I fluff them. April, when you get your brushes, you want to make sure you beat the Fluffies up, because you're getting them brand new, and totally destroy them. How do you like that? When you get your new brushes, totally destroy them. You're going to get 3 of these fluffies, sweetheart. They're brand new. You got to beat them up, and they will get nice and fluffy for you. You will lose bristles, and that's a good thing, okay? So there's a little bit of prepping to get your fluffies to be fluffy. So when you get your kit, the instructions are in there. I give a full sheet of instructions on how to care for your brushes and everything else that you need to do. All right, so we want water on our brush. Still haven't done that to yours yet. You need to get on that too. Yes, Tina B. Tina, you bought new supplies. Use them. Are a lot of people like that? Do you guys buy new stuff and then you don't want to use it? You know what I do? I buy new stuff and then I don't open it. Like, I'll have the order come in the mail and then I don't open the package right away. I don't know why I do that. All right, so we want water on, that's right, hands off. These are all mamas. They're so pretty, Tina. You're a trip. So there's water in this brush. See it shining? There's a lot of water in that brush. And I want to make very, very liquidy. I'm going to grab my white. And I need it to be very, 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 very liquidy. Okay? And like my air fryer, right? Oh, guys, I burnt myself on my air fryer. You see that scar? See that scar right there on my wrist right there? Yeah, that was the air fryer. I'm mad at the air fryer now. I call it tiny. Oh, and nifty. Nifty is the tiny, tiny one. And yeah, so that's the scar. Yeah, so that was good times. All right, so very wet, a little bit of white, and you're going to come around the edge like this. Okay, and if it's going on really dark, grab a little bit more water on your brush. Okay, you want this to be essentially see-through liquid. So you're going to put this on there, and then you take your fluffy brush and you soften it out. And that is how you get the puff. All right? So liquefied white paint. I'm going to go around right here. So liquefied white paint. I'm going to grab some water. I'm grabbing some water now. I'm going to put that on the white paint. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and soften it out. And that is how you get the fluff around. Yep. Liquefied white paint. I'm going to come around this way. I'm going to put the little circle line. And this is why, and then I'm going to grab some water. Just water. I'm going to put that on my line. Then I'm going to grab my fluffy brush and soften that all out. And then you can go like in and out of your spikes because they're dry now. You're not going to mess with any of it. Okay? And, all right, same process all the way around the whole thing. I think it's the coolest thing. Like these wish wisps on a dandelion are all little tiny seedlings that come out, right? White line, water on my brush now. Putting the water on that white line. Taking my fluffy brush and fluffing. Softening it out. And this is buildable, so you can build upon this and make it as bright as you want it to be. Okay, so white line. Anyway, what I was saying, what is like so cool about dandelions is they have this, these are all little wispy seedlings, and they literally grow in such a way that they make a perfect circle. It's just amazing. The next time, before you blow on it to make the wish, look at it a minute. It's really, really cool. Alright, so, and fluffy brush, and fluff this out. And this is buildable, so if you do this, and it's not as drastic as you would like it, you just do the whole process over again, okay? So I'm going to grab my watered down white paint. Say I want this area to be a little brighter, all right? I'm going to put that on there again. And I'm going to grab a little bit of water. Put that on there. And do the fluffing. And then you just build upon it. So you build upon it to as bright as you want it to be. Okay, guys? So that is how you do the magic fluffy circle. And then on the dandelions, I'm just going to go and grab that yellow like before. Like we did before. And I'm going to put that all throughout my whole flower one more time. One more time with the yellow to give it that nice golden look. And we're going to be all set, guys. So, I hope this really, really helps. So not this Friday, next Friday is going to be this painting. On Tuesday is going to be the how-to butterflies. So, you guys will be all set. You have how-to wood. You have how-to dandelions and how-to butterflies all on deck for you before we actually make the final painting with all of these pieces. So your neighbor had a yard full and you wanted to take a bunk. Hello. Yep, definitely time to finish. I can't talk. You wanted to take a bunch of pictures and study them, but now we had rain, so you don't know if you can now. That's all right. They'll grow back. They'll grow back. They're dandelions. Nice, April. You may do a sunflower instead. That's a really cool idea. Instead of the dandelions, doing the sunflowers. That's really neat. I think I've done a sunflower. I did a sunflower tutorial in my how-to flowers, which was eons and eons and eons ago. I did the tutorial for that. So, gosh, that was a while ago. But I did like 10 different flowers during that tutorial. I did like 10 or 20 different flowers. It was like off the hook. But I like that there's sunflowers. So, oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for the stars. Really, really appreciate it. You all warm my heart. Like I said, it is always, always, always free to watch. But support is appreciated. Thank you. And if you did tip me and it was over $3, I had to put a number on it. I'm sorry, guys, because I was actually losing money. I hate talking about money. Anyway, I was actually losing money sending nifties out to people because it wasn't a certain amount. So I did have to put a limit on it of $3, but it is what it is. Anyway, if you did do that and you were gracious enough to send me support, make sure I get your address, message it to me so I can send you out your free nifties, okay? Because Bonnie loves them. Diane, I enjoyed you a lot. 6,000%. So I like it a lot. Yes. I like it a lot. Yes, I do. And love receiving Mr. Nifties, right, Bonnie? And the landscaper didn't come. Thank you, man, upstairs. I like it a lot. You're welcome, artist. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. I'm going to see you guys on Friday. We're going to do oceans and mountains and all that sorts of stuff. Thank you, Craig. We're going to do all sorts of stuff on Friday. Ooh, oceans and mountains and all sorts of good things. Oh, thank you, Marcia, and everybody who joined me new tonight. I hope you come back. You're part of the fam now. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. See you soon. Come back for more torture. So, and hey, I lasted with the dirty palette. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. You're welcome, Debbie. You have a great night, sweetheart. Yep, so instead of lions and tigers and bears, we have oceans and mountains and beaches and stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for the stars. There's also PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Thank you so much, April. I will message you about your brush sets. Thank you for the order. Thank you, Tina B. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Say hi to the hubby. Say hi to Robert for me. I think I remembered his name right. And it's my dad's name. How terrible is that? Thank you, everybody. Okay, so on that, I'm going to say goodnight. So, looks great. Lots of love in your work. Have a blessed night. Yes, thank you, Craig. Have a great night. Good night, sweetheart. So on that, I'm going to say goodnight. So, thank you so much all for joining me. Y'all warm my heart. Have fun and go create. Okay? Good night, everybody.